Barcelona going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again: who is going to come out on top this time? Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that, yet again, this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. Well, it's as friendly as it can be in the circumstances, but you feel the rivalry.
Well, exhibition match sounds like an easy-ozy game of football, Peter, and a picture-perfect occasion until the word pride gets a mention. And it's likely to have quite a big say between teams that could easily be sucked into an excuse for another feud. Why let an exhibition match get in the way of that? So these two will be going at it very, very strongly.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And he cuts out a supply. Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Can he get on the end of this? Vermi! Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Eric Garcia is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
I don't think you need to be in...
Can he finish? Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Bellingham. Either side yet able to find the net. Rodrigo. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Vermi played out towards the right wing. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Nicely weighted ball. Goulet, Chouameni. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Mbappe. Foot in. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And it's Bellingham. Aims beyond the defence. That's a good ball out wide. Well timed, excellent interception. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Vermi. And it's Koundé. And that is out of play. That is good strength. Rafinha. Vermi. Koundé. It's a really well-measured ball. Some Good work on the right flank here. Oh, he'll be annoyed with himself for not getting there. Bellingham. Goulet. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Eric Garcia simply refused to be outdone there. Rudiger. And he's forced to go back. This ended up in no man's land. Yamal. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Koundé. Lopez. Can he finish? A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
We're talking about creating a problem for yourself. OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. That's a cute ball. Pass somewhat off target. Chouameni. That has been slung wide. Oh, he's found support out wide. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Deftly away.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
And it's Garcia. Yamal. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How would you review the first half?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And we are back on the way.
Barcelona clearly have been the better side here, so if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Chouameni.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Valde picks it up out wide. Eric Garcia. Looking wide, now it's Rafinha. Can he get it through? Valde receives it in a wide position. Crossed in once more, and he shoots! And that is quite wonderful! That is a gem! An absolute gem! The second half off to a spectacular start! That is simply top drawer, beautifully served up and deliciously finished.
Eric Garcia simply judged everything beautifully. That takes a lot of training ground practice, and we know what practice can make.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Balde tries to pass it through. Rafinha. Shifted it to the flank. Back into the middle. Brilliantly cut out. Goulet. And it's Bellingham. Martin. Valde. Looking for the run. Lopez. Eric Garcia. Now, can they get him away? Oh, that's a fine interception.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
En el Barcelona, el dorsal 10 será reemplazado por
He looked rushed, he
el
should have
dorsal
waited for some
28.
movement.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now it's Mbappe. Threads one in. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a
Now it's
96.628
Mbappe.
espectadores.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Now that looks a decent ball. Cross flung in towards the middle. Punched away. And they've got rid. Spread it left. And it's De Jong. And he's cut it out. Rodrigo. Barcelona perhaps wondering what the best time... Oh, that is asking for trouble. Chance for a shot! And he hits the net! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
So here comes the substitution.
Gol del Barcelona.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
El dorsal 7, el dorsal 16 serán sustituidos por el
Now
dorsal
it's
14,
Rashford.
el dorsal 9,
Balde.
el dorsal 20.
And it's De Jong. Dani Olmo. Now it's Rashford. And Balde. And it's Olmo. And that could set him on his way. That is a brilliant interception. That's really well cleared. And that's another good win of the ball. De Jong. Knocks it into space. That's an excellent interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 24, el dorsal 21 serán sustituidos
Valverde.
por el dorsal 17.
Pressing high
El
and with
dorsal 8
purpose.
se va a
And it's
realizar un
Camavinga.
cambio de jugadores.
Nice looking ball. And here's Vinicius Junior. Now it's Lewandowski. Balde given the lift of his goal. Lovely pass, but can he get there? The less said about that pass, the better. A corner it is then.
Cambio de jugadores.
Lewandowski bustling and very visible inside the box.
Well, I can imagine it's going to be quite a scramble for the ball, but we know who has the magnetic impact.
He's in a great position here. And the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Pedri. Camavinga. Tchouaméni. And it's Camavinga. For Valverde. That has not gone well. Back to the keeper it goes. Howson. And it's Tchouaméni. Tries to play it through. He's having a
4
shot!
minutos de descuento.
Fran Garcia. Valverde. 4 extra minutes added on. Rudiger. Now Mbappe. Pedri. Howson. And the referee brings it to a close. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done. Balde taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, how will we look back on that?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the players celebrating with the fans, everyone pumped. Takes me back.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin, that's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Barcelona going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again: who is going to come out on top this time? Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that, yet again, this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. This is always a game of consequence.
Well, I for one don't think that just because there's nothing resting on it, Peter, a game can lose its edge, and certainly not when you're facing opponents like this. So I hope the players will approach this with real professionalism.
So that's got things underway. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. That pass isn't the best. Bellingham. And it's Arda Güler. Howson. With Rudiger. Nicely spread. Rodrigo. Played out towards the right wing. Bellingham. And he's forced to go back. Tchouaméni. And Rodrigo. No, he's not getting any further than that. Now it's Ferran Torres. Spread out to the left. Howson. Asensio. That is ended up in no man's land. And it's Bellingham. Now it's Ferran Torres. Yamal has it in a wide position. De Jong. Yamal. Yamal! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Not the most accurate pass. Still goalless. And it's De Jong. He's looking wide.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Güler has got himself a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. Howson. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Fermin wins the duel this time. That has been cut short. Tchouaméni. Asensio. Lovely pass, but can he finish? Goal! Barcelona! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Eric Garcia. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Yamal. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Vinicius Junior. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Mbappe. He's got him, takes a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Oh, it's a brilliant effort, you have to say that. He clearly wanted to do it in style.
Great defending, strong and determined. He's in space and looking for options. And it's Lopez. Eric Garcia. And it's made its way to him. Great chance! Goulet. And he's been shifted off it. Barcelona are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Oh, no joy this time. Bellingham. Goulet. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Rodrigo looking to run onto it. Oh, terrible pass. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Fermin did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, what a climb! He will be livid with himself.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Now, can they get him away? Kubasi gets it away. And the half-time whistle goes. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Barcelona are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. And we are back underway. Barcelona carrying a one-goal lead. Chouameni and Goulet. Rodrigo. Rafinha, who's set up one goal so far. Oh, good spread. Yamal, Lopez. Rafinha puts a cross in. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Howson. Rudiger. And it's Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. And shifted it to the flank. Rafinha. That ball looks a good one. Madrid can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Cleared without complication. Barcelona choosing to make the first change.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
En el Barcelona, el dorsal 10 será reemplazado por el dorsal 28.
It's a pretty loose pass. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Balde, and he's intervened well there. Rodrigo, he's picked his way through. And here's Goulet. De Jong.
Well, that was well positioned and well pitched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Fran Garcia makes the interception.
Barcelona have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And that pass just didn't quite work.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about. Terrific header! No, not the best of headers.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Será sustituido por el dorsal 20.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Can he get it through? That has been slung wide. And it's played in. Tries a shot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
El dorsal 7, el dorsal 24. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 14, el dorsal 9, el dorsal 17.
Chouameni. Barcelona do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Distributed tidily. He's found a way through. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional.
Cambio de jugadores.
Valverde. Now it's Rashford. Bellingham gets across to intercept that. Rudiger. Chouameni. Now it's Mbappe. Rashford gets into some space. And it's Balde. De Jong. Oh, it's come loose. The message is clear. None shall pass. Goes for the shot! He's going for goal! And the ball's come loose here. He's had a shot! Back in possession and ready to go again.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Rashford. Lewandowski.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Valverde. Spread it left. Balde has it out wide and in space. It's a mighty effort! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Será reemplazado por el dorsal 4.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Habrá 3 minutos de
Valverde,
descuento.
he has found the way through. Shot at goal! Koundé is there to clear. That pass surprised everyone and not in a good way. Shifted it to the flank. Now it's Rashford. Very nicely done. Great chance! Bellingham. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Barcelona really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beckley. Barcelona going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again. Who is going to come out on top this time? It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. Well, this is a friendly, but a French shot, surely! Bellingham. Spread it left.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Lopez. And again! It's a loose ball. Defending of the desperate variety.
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
Nice interception, well timed.
Lamine Yamal really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support...
Yamal! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, this team has a great engine room in the shape of this guy, Tchouaméni. The Frenchman being a robust, relentless pressing machine who also excels in ball retention and recycling. I noticed he's surprisingly good at progressing play when on the ball too. Keep watching him.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Couler. Ferran Torres. Now it's Yamal. It's not an especially good pass, that. Still goalless at the moment. Now it's Mbappe. He's through, now is he in? Mbappe proves just a little bit too strong. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Mbappe. Over to the left.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's Lopez. Yamal. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. It's a throw-in. Eric Garcia does well to stand firm and defend it. And that's going right the way across. Now this could be a chance. Lopez. Yamal. There's the shot! It's loose. Oh, he's been caught. Oh, it's fallen loose again! That was superb goalkeeping.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Courtois breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Aims beyond the defence. Bellingham is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now it's Mbappe. Foot in. Vermin. That's a good ball out wide. Yamal. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Bellingham. Yamal. Lovely pass, but can he get... He's had a shot! And that is wildly off target.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Asensio. Anguilla. Rudiger. Bellingham. Rodrigo. Rafinha did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Fermin. And Yamal. And there is the half-time whistle. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. To look back on the first 45 minutes.
Well, I think despite the scoreline, it's been watchable and enjoyable. We certainly had a vibrant start, and if we were going to see a goal, it should have come then. But the odds are favourable for this second half.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. Here we go again. So neither side has yet broken through. Now it's Mbappe. Rafinha. Oh, that's a key interception. Eric Garcia. Played out to the right. That's very disappointing, it has to be said. Goulet. That has been slung wide. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Looking to play him in. He's got away. Oh, he's got a side of real chance! In he goes again! And he's done it!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Howson. Barcelona still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Now it's Mbappe. Eric Garcia. Nicely weighted ball. Bellingham. Rodrigo. Rafinha receives it in a wide position. Elects to cross. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude.
And decent chance! So we've reached the hour mark.
Asciende a 96.026 espectadores.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Rodrigo gets into a good position. Balde wins the duel this time. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that was vital. Bellingham. Good take, and Ferran Torres! Cleared without complication. Strokes it back. Can he get on the end of this? And it's Lopez. Now that looks a decent ball. Takes a shot!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Rafinha in acres of space out wide. Engages and forces him off the ball. No way through. Rodrigo. And it's Arda Güler. Bellingham. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Rodrigo. Eric Garcia producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Rodrigo given the lift of his goal.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
It's a really well-measured ball. And the pass is intercepted. Shifted it to the flank. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Stood up well to him there. And it's Garcia. Koundé with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 16, el dorsal 11, el dorsal 10, el dorsal 7,
Hausen.
el dorsal 3,
Rudiger.
el dorsal
And it's
24.
Camavinga.
Serán sustituidos por
Bellingham.
el dorsal 20,
Camavinga.
el dorsal 14,
Dani Olmo
el dorsal
puts his foot on the
28,
gas.
el dorsal 9, el dorsal 4.
I think we're about to see
el
a
dorsal
frenetic finish.
17.
No
Cambio de
half measures
jugadores.
from here.
Pau Kubasi gets a foot in here. It's Lewandowski! Oh, special! That is a special goal! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
And look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Oh, there's a probing ball. And that will be it. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, that really did fly by. It's one of these games where everything progresses at 100 miles per hour, and at the end of it, this is what you can sometimes get. There may have been no winner, but still a tremendous watch.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.
Toda la información relacionada con nuestro equipo en nuestra página web oficial.
So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. Well, this is a friendly, but a friendly only in name.
Well, I for one don't think that just because there's nothing resting on it, Peter, a game can lose its edge, and certainly not when you're facing opponents like this. So I hope the players will approach this with real professionalism.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Ferran Torres deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Bellingham wins the duel this time. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Yamal. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Yamal showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Tchouaméni gets across to intercept that. Ferran Torres. Now it's Mbappe. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Yamal. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Ferran Torres. Lopez. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
I don't think we've seen a dribbler as good as this guy, Vinicius Junior, in some time. His favourite move is to receive the ball in a wide position, attract the defence.
He's having a go! Denied by an instinctive save.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected though.
Tchouaméni. And it's Bellingham. And here's Vinicius Junior. Bellingham has been caught there, it's a foul. Rodrigo. Rafinha was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward.
Shapes to shoot! Caught offside that time. Wriggles his way through. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's on it. Can he get away? And it's Lopez. They want to be quick to recover this. Rodrigo. And it's Lopez. Fermin. Good purposeful running this. Lovely feet. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow.
Vinicius Junior. Fran Garcia. Eric Garcia gets a foot in here. De Jong. Out to the left it goes.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Eric Garcia. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Bellingham. Can he get on the end of this? That has not gone well. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Ferran Torres. Eric Garcia. Knocks it out wide. And that pass just didn't quite work. Chouameni. And it's Arda Güler. Now it's Yamal. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Güler. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Güler. Now it's Mbappe. It's a good ball out wide.
Might want to be careful there.
And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. That's a shade optimistic. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. And he's going to be disappointed with that. Yamal looking to get on the end of this. Decent chance! Goal! Barcelona! Simplicity itself.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Barcelona have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Marti is going for goal! Güler plays it short. Vinicius Junior is onto this. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Mbappe. Good pressure, determined, intense. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. De Jong. Great defending, strong and determined. Bellingham. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And he's going to have his name taken. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And it's made its way to him. And the shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Surely now! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Kubasi. And it's Lopez. Over to the left. Now it's Rafinha.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he thumps it clear. And Koundé. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Goulet. Rodrigo. Asensio. Oh, perfectly measured that. Stood up well to him there. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, that's fabulous. Goulet. Nicely weighted ball. Shot a goal!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Fran Garcia. Fran Garcia got a long way forward to join the attack. Elects to cross. Now it's Rafinha. Chance! It's anyone's ball now.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Bellingham. No, again there's no way through. He has found the way through. Yamal, and it's Lopez. Eric Garcia does well to get it back. Oh, played through for the wide man. Oh, that's well spotted. Rodrigo. Asensio. Eric Garcia. Fermin. And it's Koundé. That's been cut out, well played. Fran Garcia. Now it's Mbappe. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Rafinha gets into a good position. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Fermin. Well timed, excellent interception. Shifted it to the flank. Vinicius Junior. He's found a way through. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. And here's Vinicius Junior. Fermin. Kubasi. That's a little off target. He's shifting through the gears here. Goulet. It's Bellingham. Howson. Chouameni. He's had it taken off him. Rafinha. Lopez.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Mbappe. De Jong. Played out to the left flank. Rafinha picks it up out wide. And it's Lopez. It's a really well-measured ball. Chouameni. Bellingham. That has been slung wide. There will be a throw-in. Looking for the run.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Cross deflected behind for a corner. It's their second corner of the game. Cleared without hesitation. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Yamal. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Goulet. Fran Garcia. And it's Arda Goulet. Can he get it through? Oh, what a ball! Chouameni. Goulet. Now it's Mbappe. He's in plenty of space here. Martin. Threads one in. Fran Garcia kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
Barcelona can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Yamal gets a good foot in there. Asensio. Howson. It's Bellingham. Howson. Rudiger. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Rudiger. Goulet. Fermin. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Yamal. Lopez. Now it's Yamal. Goulet. And here's Rafinha. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Bellingham. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Played back in. And it's Lopez. He's tried one! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Fermin is offering a wry smile there.
Koundé. Look at the space here. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Vinicius Junior. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Al Kubasi with the foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. Howson. Here's Chouameni. Vinicius Junior. De Jong. He's looking wide. Rafinha. And it's Lopez. Oh, no joy this time. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Howson. And it's Rudiger. Goulet. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. There's the crossfield ball. Now it's Rafinha. Lopez.
2 minutos de descuento.
Rudiger gets it away. Now, can they get him away? Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Deftly away. Taken back almost at once. Bellingham. And he's gone looking for safety. Well read, nice interception. Fran Garcia. Bellingham. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And it's Bellingham. Good ball, good take. Rodrigo has it out wide and can he finish? Good effort, and it is right on half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Barcelona are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. So off we go once more. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Bellingham. Yamal has it in a wide position. He's had a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Keeper has taken decisive action. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Rafinha. Tries to pass. Chance for a shot! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Barcelona get their fourth corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. That's the throw. Eric Garcia. And they've got a throw. And he's managed to gift it back. Just eases him off the ball. Looking to play him in. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Some resolute defending there. Looking for options for movement. Chance, surely! They've scored! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Ferran Torres demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Goulet, played out to the right. Now it's Rodrigo. He's got away. Back to the keeper it goes. That's a corner kick. Rodrigo goes short. Cleared without complication. Ball's gone out of play. That looks a decent ball. And he cuts out the supply. And it's Arda Güler. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Barcelona have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Howson. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Pau Kubasi promptly onto that, and that is that.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Eric Garcia. And here's Rafinha. Asensio calmly anticipates. That's Rudiger. Howson. That's a lovely, delicate pass. Spread it left. Rafinha receives it in a wide position. Goulet. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And he's in on goal. Howson. And it's Bellingham. Chouameni.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
And it's Bellingham. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Valde. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Well, this defence now knows that...
And the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And it's pulled back. And a chance! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Gol del Barcelona.
Barcelona find a position of real strength now.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
All comes in.
El dorsal 16. Serán sustituidos por
Bellingham.
el dorsal 28. El dorsal 14.
Now it's Mbappe.
El dorsal 20.
Tries to play it through. Asensio cuts out the pass. Barcelona have scored 2 quick goals here. Now it's Mbappe. Pinches it off him. Spread out to the left. Rashford. And he's managed to get free. Great chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And how did he not make it 4?
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Foul right on the edge of the box. It could go either way here. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. Bellingham is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
He's shaping up to have a crack. Oh, shooting chance! That pass isn't the best.
La asistencia este partido.
Sharp little ball here. That's when it goes. He's gone for goal! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Rudiger. And now they can clear their lines. Oh, it's beyond the defence. Pass is just off target. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And he's heaved it away. Knocks it into space. Barcelona perhaps contemplating their next change here. Chouameni. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Olmo. De Jong. Great vision. Oh, well played, well played. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Goulet. Bellingham. Can he get on the end of this? Goulet. And Garcia. Looking for options for movement. He's picked his way through. Vinicius Junior fires it in low. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Out to the right. Lofted in. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Ferran Torres. And he's gone searching crossfield. Dani Olmo. It's a pretty loose pass. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Now that's well seen too. Well, there's the clearance.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Vinicius Junior. Now it's Mbappe. Well, that looks a decent ball, and that's a good ball. Tries a shot! Goulet played out towards the right wing, and he's been shifted off it. Rashford gets into some space. And here's Ferran Torres. Oh, it's come loose. Barcelona looking to pass their way through. Eric Garcia. De Jong. And he's there to retrieve it. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Chouameni. Out to the left it goes. Looking for the run. Ferran Torres. Dani Olmo. And he shoots! It's a goal! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Marcó en el minuto 71.
It's looking so easy, almost too easy here.
En el Barcelona. El dorsal 7.
He is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Cambio de jugadores.
The most accurate pass. He's a sharp little ball here. That is ended up in no man's land. Rudiger. Howson. Goulet. Bellingham. Quality ball. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He is through here. Goes for a shot. Superb from Vinicius Junior. A finish of true class. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile. The man pulling the strings.
Madrid playing for pride here, the match should surely be on them. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Chouameni. Now it's Mbappe. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Lewandowski. Rashford in acres of space out wide. And it's Casado. Madrid have got it back and they'll have another go. Goulet. And it's Bellingham. He's found the way through. He's got plenty of space out wide here. The cross.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
A couple of changes then in quick succession.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Pedri. Dani Olmo. Oh, good spread. Back into the middle. This looks promising. Martin gets rid without sophistication. Vinicius Junior.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Pass somewhat off target. Chouameni. And Garcia. Dani Olmo. Pedri. Balde. That is good alertness. Oh, important interception.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Now it's Lewandowski.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Martin gets over and intercepts. That has been slung wide. Engages and forces him off the ball. Casado. And that is a little undercooked. Dani Olmo, spread it left. Valverde spots it and intercepts. Rashford. Camavinga.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
But there's going to be another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Belly. And it's Camavinga. Rashford. He's got away. Casado. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Camavinga, nicely spread. And he's managed to get free. Now it's crossed into the middle. And somehow he kept it out.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Now it's Dani Olmo. Howson. Bellingham. It's Camavinga. Pedri, over to the left. And it's Balde. Short changes him with that pass. No, that was never going to make it. Koundé. Casado. Aims beyond the defence. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Oh, he's found support out wide.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Martin does really well to win the ball there. He's found a way past. He's in space and looking for options. Valverde. Mbappe. Threads one in. Played out wide. Looking to play him in. Casado. Koundé looking to penetrate opposition lines.
3 minutos de descuento.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
In with the challenge. And he's managed to get rid. Shifted it to the flank. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Howson makes the interception. Bellingham. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He has found the way through. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And here's Vinicius Junior. Knocks it into space. Played out to the left flank. And it's Bellingham. And he's had it nicked away. Added time is up. And there goes the whistle. Barcelona really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Barcelona really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Barcelona going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again: who is going to come out on top this time? Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that yet again this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. This is always a game of consequence.
Well, we never really did friendly derbies, not when I was playing, Peter. But it's impossible to keep rivalries in check, completely in check. So while I'm not expecting everything to go flying at 100 miles an hour, this could get spicy.
We have already started here. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Goulet. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, when it comes to being very watchable, Peter, I don't think you'll get much better than Vinicius Junior. His raw pace, added to the infinite amount of trickery he has up his sleeve, are sure to cause any defence no shortage of headaches. He just needs a better final product at the top level.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Rodrigo. Oh, Red, nice interception. Now, can they get him away? Oh, he's found support out wide. Yamal has it out wide and in space. Oh, well played. He got back really well. Vinicius Junior threads one in. Yamal looking to get on the end of this. Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And now they can spring out of defence. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. No, that was never going to make it. Now it's Yamal.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Fermin. Distributed tidily. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Delivers the ball. The ball has bounced loose now. He's going for goal! And he has kept it out somehow.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
It's their second corner of the game. Oh, it's come loose. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Barcelona have their third corner. Cleared without hesitation. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Tchouaméni. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Nicely weighted ball. Tchouaméni gets over and intercepts. No luck with that dink over the top. Lovely pass, but can he get there? This looks promising. Great chance! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Barcelona penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
And it's Arda Güler. Bellingham. That's a good ball out wide. And he was quick to react. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Yamal!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Yamal knocks it into space. Howson gets it clear. And he's managed to get free. Now it's Mbappe. Martin does well to get it back. Martin did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Bellingham, great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Yamal. He's shifting through the gears here. Fran Garcia. Güler. And it's Tchouaméni. Howson. And it's Garcia. It's Vinicius Junior. Looking for the run. Chance for a shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. Tchouaméni. Güler. Now Howson. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Yamal. And here's Ferran Torres. Now it's Rafinha. Ferran Torres has a shot! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Rodrigo. Out to the left it goes. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. And it's Bellingham. And here's Vinicius Junior. Tries a shot! It's hit the upright.
Vinicius Junior really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Bellingham. Pass somewhat off target. He's picked his way through. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Tries to pass it through. Always onto this. Plenty to aim at here. Rudiger, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Bellingham did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Not the most accurate pass. Out to the right. Yamal looking to play him in. Can he finish?
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Balde wins the duel this time.
Un minuto de descuento.
Can he get it through? Now it's Ferran Torres. Bellingham. And it's Garcia. Mbappe. Played into space.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And the first 45 minutes are up. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Barcelona are in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more, defenders popping up in these positions.
Bellingham. And Güler. And it's Garcia. Now it's Mbappe. He's under a lot of pressure there. Over to the left.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Chance! And that is wildly off target.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Bellingham. Fran Garcia. Vinicius Junior. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Played down the flank. Rafinha. Changes him with that pass. Chouameni. Asensio. And Güler. Turns back here, probably the best option. Howson. Eric Garcia has created one goal already. Asensio. That has not gone well. Oh, shooting chance! And that is doing no harm at all.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Chouameni. Asensio. De Jong with the foul. Rudiger. Barcelona just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. No way through there. Can he get onto this? Rafinha receives it in a wide position. Shoots! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Rafinha certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
So their fourth corner of the game.
Serán sustituidos por
Fran Garcia attempts a clearance.
el dorsal 14.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He's a sharp little ball here. Bellingham. And now they can clear their lines. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal.
And the shot! Decent enough try.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
Barcelona making another change here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Bellingham. Barcelona perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. He's found a way through. Martin gets a foot in here. Now it's Ferran Torres. De Jong. Driving on and making good progress. And it's Rashford. Ferran Torres under intense pressure.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
Howson spots it and intercepts. Bellingham. Dani Olmo.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
Lewandowski, clearly the target here.
Yeah, it's only natural if you consider what a great header of the ball he is.
And it's Casado. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's made its way to him. Picked out brilliantly. He's gone for goal! Just a fraction high.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 21.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Well, there is that saying, Peter, that if it isn't broke, don't try and fix it. But I suppose you don't want to risk anything in a game like this.
That pass isn't the best. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Lewandowski. It's Lewandowski!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
So there's going to be another change here.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Dani Olmo. Valverde. And it's Rashford. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Bellingham. Can he spark a counter here? Looking for options for movement. And he's found a way past.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Over to the other side. Vinicius Junior. That looks a decent ball.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time. Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide.
Oh, good take and a good shot at goal! And it's in! Two ahead, late in the day. Game over, surely. Simplicity itself.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Barcelona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Aimed beyond the defence.
There they go, hunting again.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. So a chance here, what can they make of it? An opportunity then to pull clear here. Chouameni leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. Rashford. Camavinga. Into the last 5 minutes. And it's Rashford. Goes for goal! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Camavinga. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, that's fabulous. Great vision. Rashford. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Valverde. Howson. And it's Chouameni.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Rashford. He goes for a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
A case now of complete control. There will be 4 extra minutes. Vinicius Junior. He is through here. Decent chance! He scored! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
El dorsal 7.
So is this the start of a comeback? Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Camavinga, spread out to the left. Dani Olmo. That's that, the end. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. Well, how will we look back on that?
Barcelona really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Las indicaciones de nuestro personal de seguridad.